Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. A quick gardening video today. I have a small collection of succulents and cacti, and I want to show you a very simple method of propagating these plants. They're the type that you often buy in the shops in little fancy pots, and they're quite expensive. £8, £9 or £10 a plant, and they are so easy to propagate. Some of these have grown from seed, but most of them have grown using the method I'm going to show you today. A lot of them would survive in the greenhouse over the winter, but some of them wouldn't, so I have a tendency to bring them in each year, and they're all over the house. But I'll go through the method that I've used in the past, and it's worked for me. You can also buy the leaves. You could buy a packet of leaves. People on the internet sell them. Here's some that I've actually found on the greenhouse floor. So you'll send off on the internet and somebody will send you a pack of leaves for quite a reasonable price. We don't plant them. I'll show you how to do it. There's different methods. Some people, it's called dry propagation. You're picking a nice juicy leaf off the plant, say something like this. We'll twist them off. You end up with a leaf like this, and then you leave them in a tray or in a saucer, and there's enough water and nutrients in the leaf to send out a new plant. They call them pups. And as I say, these were on the greenhouse floor, and then we'll just, later on I'll show you, we'll plant this and you end up with a new plant. So you can either send off on one of the online stores, or if you've got these yourself, you can propagate them yourself. It is so easy. So let's make a start. Make a start with this one. So you get the plant, and as I say, well, there's two ways you can do it. You can either twist, as easy as that, and then we'll leave this as it is, and then eventually the end will callus, leaves will come, the end will callus, roots will come out, and eventually little versions of this plant. The other way to do it, if I get the scissors, would be to, with a clean pair of scissors, just cut off an entire stem like this, and then you could just twist. You're probably wanting the bigger, fresher leaves, but as soon as I've cut this off, we might as well use them all now. And don't throw that away, we'll leave that as well. So there you are, they're all new plants. Now the best time to do this is in the growing season, in the spring and in the summer. But I find this time of the year a little bit. So there you go. It's a little bit of a barren time, isn't it, for gardening? So I usually send off for couple of packets of leaves in January, and I do this, or I plant them up if they're at a little bit more of an advanced stage, and it just gives me a little bit of gardening fun at this time of the year. So I'm going to go around the house because I've got succulents everywhere, and I'll collect some leaves, and then I'll get back to you in 5 or 10 minutes, show you what I've got. So this is what I've collected so far. This is what we just did. This is what we just did. We'll get some more. So twist and pull, twist and pull. To try and not damage the end, because then you need to try and get a clean pull when you pull it off. But if they are plants, you could do this any time of the year. You find them on the floor, you find them falling off. And if you've got friends who've got them, share the love. I think that'll do for today. So, one of the methods for dry propagation, that is it. Don't want to be in direct sunlight, too much sunlight, because it'll dry it out, and the roots as they come out will start to burn. But that's it. The way I've done it in the past, then you come back in 6 weeks, you get your plants with the little pups on, and you plant them up. But the way I like to do it is just lay them on some dry soil and save myself some work. As they start to grow, you can just encourage them then towards the soil, and then in a couple of months' time you've actually got plants that you can transplant. So we'll move outside. So a nice gritty compost that's dry. Remember, they don't need any moisture really, because they should have all the moisture that they need in the soil. We're probably not going to water them until they start growing. There you go. And then told you it was easy. So there you go, guys. Dry propagation of succulents with leaves donated by your friends or from plants that you may have in the house already and you like so much that you want to grow some more. Or you're like me, and it's probably the most exciting part of gardening for me, is actually growing things. Often when I've grown them, I'm ready to give them away and move on and grow something else. It's a real thrill. You can pull a leaf off a plant, and in 2 or 3 months' time, you'll have a brand new plant. I will come back to this. I'm going to find a nice, dry, not too hot, not too cold, not too much sunlight, a nice spot for it. In the past, I've put them in the greenhouse, and by July they've been growing. But I might try this one, find a cool spot in the house, and as I say, in 6 weeks or so, I'll come back to you with another video and let you see how they're going. And don't forget, if you find any leaves on the floor in the meantime, just pop them in your tray. But thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you enjoy the gardening content or any of the other content, then do consider subscribing. But until the next time, I'll say cheerio.